Okay, so so today we are going to conducting the for January month project, end-to-end implementation project. So most of them they join for multiple kind of modules. So some of them they already working as a consultant. Somebody they are looking for job. They completed the course and looking for SAP S4 HANA end-to-end implementation project using activate methodology. So this demo, maybe this is our 45 minutes demo session. So after attending this demo session, so you will make sure that how you can able to get into SAP. Okay, so how many months efforts we have to put it, and what are the key parameters. So what are the key parameters, right? So as a if you want to become a consultant, so what are the area we need to work out, and how this implementation project is going to helpful for to become a SAP consultant. Okay, so because SAP consultant is not easy, people who are really working 3 years 4 years, so then only, so we called as for HANA implementation consultant. But how that is possible? So just for online we are attending the session, and this course is 2 months courses, we are going to give you the course for you. But how this 2 months course make sure that minimum 3 to 4 years of exposure we are going to get it? So that is what, so we are going to discuss now. Okay, so maybe for just for 45 minutes, so I will explain about the methodology, I'll explain about the deliverables, and what are the area you have to, for the interview point of view, how you can able to prepare yourself as a consultant, and everything I'll explain you. So then you will become, then we will understand about the course details and everything. Okay, so we are a Mara Technologies, more than 15 years of experience, you know. So we have conducting the projects, we are conducting the trainings, and even we are doing taking some, some support kind of projects also. We have, so more than 40 to 50 members, team members, they are working with us, right? So this is about our Mara Technologies. Okay, so here like so we are giving a training with not only for training, so we are giving a training for corporate level also. We are giving a training for how to become a consultant. So within say 60 working days, how we can able to become a SAP consultant. And so we are going to be already train of 200 plus SAP projects, managers, 7,000 plus SAP trainees. So every project we have a minimum 15 to 20 members team. So every month we have a 2 implementation projects. Okay, so this implementation project will be material management, sales and distribution, production planning, PPQM, PMCS, and EWM. So all the modules will be there in the single module. Because why there is every modules in single batch? Because when in the real time when we are going to implement, so they have all the modules will be there. They will not go for module specific implementations, right? So they have a procurement, sales, production, finance, quality management, and finance, controlling, ABAP. So everything it will be a single batch, and we are going to be the same kind of exposure. So everyone will be getting in the implementation projects. Okay, so next, so we are going to give you the implementation project training. Okay, so implementation project is what? So implementation project, there are more than 21 plus deliverables are there. So how to design the business blueprint, or how to prepare the fit to standard workshop, or how to prepare the BPML. So there are more than 21 plus deliverables are there in the implementation project. So that we will see one by one. Okay. So next we are going to discuss about like the project manager. So we have people who are interested for project management. So that is also we are going to give a training. So then we have a architect level. Suppose you already have training 2 years, you have a five years experience. So you want to become a solution architect. So how you can able to prepare yourself as a solution architect? So that is also we are going to give a training for individual consultant. Okay. So what is the benefits actually? So this benefits of this implementation projects, right? So you have the hands-on experience. So we provide the projects. Okay, we provide the scope of the project to you. So what is the scope of the project, right? For MMSD, FIPP, all the module, we provide the scope document. So the scope document which contains about the detailed business process about the company. If you are in the material management consultant, they will give you the scope for MM. If you are SD module consultant, they will give the scope for SD module. So based on the scope document, right? So we will, based on the process, we have to conduct the fit to standard workshop. Okay, so I will explain you the upcoming session. So this scope document is more important for us. So every this project, okay, if you join for the project, so then they will, the initial document they will provide us as the scope document. The scope document which contains about your org structure, the scope document which contains about your module specific, all the master data, the scope document which contains about like all the business process. If you are in production, if you are a PP module consultant, or if you are a FICO, your module specific, the complete process will be there. So based on this scope document only, we are going to implement the projects. Okay, so for implementation project, we know we have a discover phase, we have a preparation phase, explore phase, realization phase, deployment phase, and plan phase. So every phase we will explain one by one. So what you are going to see, this is not a theoretical. So whatever we are going to discuss, everything is a practical. So in the discover phase, practically what you are going to do that. So we have our in-house consultant. So every project they are going to guide you. So every project, daily, there is a project meeting will be there, right? So during the project meeting, our in-house consultant, like, they will help you along with the project manager also. We have a project manager, and we have each module, we have the consultant. Okay. So they will assist you about each and every, the deliverables of the projects. So next we have a discover phase. Okay, what is discover phase? So here we are going to prepare the scope document, right? As I told you, there is a scope document, or otherwise we are going to prepare the questionnaires. So each and every module we have to prepare the questionnaires. Otherwise, suppose in this project I provided the scope document, so questionnaire is not required because already they shared the scope document. So based on the scope document, we can able to move further, right? So then we have a discover business process workshop, right? So we have to conduct the workshop. So then we have a accessing to the trial system. So this discover phase, what will happen, suppose there is a trial system, we call it as ida system, right? So you used to give a demonstration, you have to showcase the process to the customer. Okay, so most of the cases, like, not for all the process, some specific business process, specific module, so we have to demonstrate. Okay, so this is for the discover phase. So discover phase, our deliverables very limited, right? So then we are moving into the preparation phase. Okay, preparation phase, what we are going to do. So we have the project organization structure finalization. Okay, so organization structure means like a client side, and even let's say for company side. So TCS is implementing the project. So then TCS side, who is the delivery director, who is the program manager, who is the project manager, who is the MM lead, who is SD lead, FI lead, PP lead, then who is the solution architect, right? So this much they have to build the team, right? So that is what they are going to prepare the organization structure, and same thing client side also. So they will design. So then there is a kickoff meeting. So kickoff meeting is nothing but, so here we are going, the client side, as I told you, the same structure of client side also, there is a delivery director, they have a project manager, so they have CEO, CFO, right? So they have module specific, division specific. Suppose, every division there is a the category managers, right? Every divisions will be, suppose, let's say for Zayed, they are implementing SAP, they have 10 different divisions. So they have a project division, they have a transport division, they have a catering division, they have a IT divisions, right? So they have crusher manufacturing, there is a Safami. So every division level, who is the person, so they are going to involving, right? So why every division wise they are giving one person? Because even MM or SDR, FIPP, so they have to, they are already working 10 years, 15 years in that, or maybe Oracle system or something. So they will provide all the information to you. Okay, so that is what division specific, how many divisions we are working. So those you will come to know in your project, how many divisions you are working. So they will allocate for the persons, and they will provide all the information regarding the projects. So next there is a business process master list. Okay, what is business process master list? This is nothing but what all the business process we are going to be implemented. Okay, suppose you are into SD consultant, right? In order to cash, so what all the O2C process we are going to implement? So they have a promotions, or they have a kind of subcontract, they have a consignment sales process, so they have the intercompany sales process, they have a so like that we have to define all the BPML process is nothing but all the standard process we have to be identified. So definitely every process there is a customizations. Okay, so every process there is a customization, but in the BPML, for you have to prepare. So based on the scope document, so scope document already I told you they have the master data, they have the organization data, they have a P2P, O2C, all the production related process, everything is there. Each and every the scope document. So now based on the scope document, you have to prepare the BPML, business process master list. So what is BPML? The high level of the process, high level of the process. For if you are a MM consultant, then it's a standard local purchase, import purchase, subcontracting purchase, stock transfer purchase, intercompany purchase, intra-company purchase, cost center purchase, project procurement purchase, plant maintenance purchase. So like that we can able to define the process. Same thing, every module we have to prepare in the BPML, right? So based on the BPML only, we are going to further process will be there. Like there is a fit to standard workshop. So then there is a business blueprint. Then test script has to be prepared. Then configuration testing, everything will be there based on your BPML. Okay. Next there is a rise up objects. Above priority rise up objects. Okay. Everyone knows, right? Because this is more important actually in the project, right? Okay. Why this is the rise up object is more important? Because your interview question based on the rise up objects. If you are attending the interview, if if you know the 10 RISE-UP objects, okay, RISE-UP means everyone knows, right? W stands for workflow, R stands for reports, I stands for interface, C stands for conversion, E stands for enhancements, F stands for forms, smart forms, SAP script, Adobe forms. This is everything will comes under forms. So this rise up object, why it is more important? Because interviewer will ask you, if you are a consultant, see, you are not going to attend the interview as a fresher. Maybe very exceptional is there. Exceptional case, they are going to attend the interview. Maybe 90% people, you are going to promote yourself as a SAP senior consultant or SAP MM consultant, SD consultant. Maybe 3 to 4 years you are going to put your consultant. But what interview will expect? If I am putting you in the project, whether you can able to deliver the rise up object or not, whether you can able to design the interfaces, whether you can able to communicate to the user, and you can understand the business requirements. So based on that, whether you can able to design the functional specifications. Okay, so same thing not only for the interfaces. Okay, I'm talking about like all the complete rise up objects. So this at least 10 rise up object if you done in this implementation project, and you can able to recover, you can able to remember these 10 rise up objects. And when the interviewer also asking what are the challenges rise up objects you have performed, or what are the challenges enhancements you have done, or what are the challenges you know forms, not forms, maybe forms and all we cannot say that's a challenges, mostly interfaces, enhancements, and workflow. So these three kind of objects are more important. So they will ask you what are the enhancements you have done, could you explain about the enhancements, what are the uh, interfaces you have done in your current project, could you explain about the interfaces, and what are the workflow you have done in recent project, could you explain about what are the the customized workflow. I'm talking about customized workflow. Okay, could you explain about that? So if you have answer for these questions, so still I'm not explain about what are the forms, what are the reports and all. If you have answer for at least minimum 10 triceps, so you are eligible to select the interview. Okay, so how they will select? Because you already proved that, already proved that you have a minimum 10 triceps objects you worked, and this tricep object you explained clearly to the interviewer, and this interviewer also then they will expect, okay, you already worked in the project, so this tricep only will identify that you have a experience in the projects. Okay, so otherwise, then easily we'll find out, so you don't have any experience in the implementation project, so I cannot put you in the implementation project. So that is what I'm telling you. So while doing this implementation project, our team will guide you for 10 rise up objects, so you can also make sure that, so the 10 rise up objects, and if you are explaining very clearly in the interview, 100% you will get the job. Okay, next there is a SAP end-to-end implementation project as an explore phase. Okay, explore phase, what we are going to do, this is more important actually, fit to standard. So this fit to standard is more, this is the first deliverable to the client. This is not deliverable. You are going to talk about the process. Okay, you are going to talk about the process, what you are going to talk about the process in the fit to standard. So as I told you already, there is a bpml, right? Bpml we have prepared each and every module, let's say for 15 process, 20 process, like that mmsdfi, each and every module based on the bpml we identified the process. So how the bpml we have prepared? Bpml we prepared based on the scope document. So how you got the scope document? So we will provide you the scope document for the project. We will provide the scope document. The scope document which contains about all the complete the overview of business process, master data, architecture, all the P2P, O2C, all the process will be there. So very clear. Okay, so now we are coming to the fit to standard workshop. So fit to standard workshop, what happened based on the BPML, okay, 10 process, 15 process, already we identified that we are going to prepare in a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, org structure. We are going to put it as a org structure PPT. So that you are going to give a demo, demonstrating to the customer. So now customer will come out that yes, we have a 5 divisions. So each and every divisions I have a 10 company codes. I have a 10 purchase organization. You have to explain what is purchase organization, what is purchase. They don't know about this nomenclature. So then they will understand that okay, we have a 10 divisions. For 10 divisions, like each and every divisions we have this many company code, plant, storage location, purchasing group, etc. So same thing like SD module also. Same thing like FICO module, PP module, every module. So one process master data, org structure. Second process master data. What all the master data are there? So you have to tell them, okay, if it is a material master, vendor master, info record, source list, or even for merchandise category, article masters. So like that, we can every module you have to talk about the master data, and you have to then they will come out with that yes, this master data is available. Clear. So then we will come to that process. Okay, suppose you are in a SD consultant. So now you are going to give a demonstrating to the customer in a intercompany sales process. Okay, intercompany sales process. Okay, how the process works. So who will create the sales order, who will create the purchase order, how the delivery is happening, how the GRN is happening, how the invoice posting, how AP invoice, how ER invoice they are posting. So this discussion will go 2 hours. Okay, so you also have to demonstrate the same way in the PowerPoint presentation. The demo will go on that. So after that, we will identify some gaps. Maybe customer will say that I want to automate the process. I don't want to manually create the outbound delivery. So this outbound delivery automatically has to be created. So like that, there are so many points they will raise. Okay, so this is what the fit to standard workshop. Okay, the workshop is nothing but not only your way, one way communication. So the we have to if fit to standard is a both the way we have to design, communicate that. So then the end of the day, you have to prepare the minutes of meeting. Okay, what is minutes of meeting? So today, let's say for 10 members are joined, attended the meeting, you have to mention what is their name and email ID and everything. So then you have to mention all the points, point number 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and then you have to you have to specify then notes. Okay, there are three things actually: notes, decision, action points. Okay, notes is nothing but I discussed. Okay, I'm just closing the points, that's it. Okay, decisions. So whether shall I whether that the outbound delivery has to be create automated or not, so they are not decided. Okay, now I'll put it as a decision. So who has to revert? Okay, let's say for Al Rizayat, there is a company has to be revert back. Okay, so next one is like a action point. Action point is what? So the sales order document type has to be decided, and the number ranges has to be decided. Okay, who is responsible? Resayat. So like that, every process you have to prepare a fit to standard workshop, right? So like that, every process you have to prepare the fit to standard workshop. Okay, so next we will go for the gap analysis. Okay, what is gap analysis? So gap analysis, like, so we are going to identify the gaps actually. So what are all the, so as I told you, during the fit to standard workshop, we discussed that, let's say for SD module, there are 15 process we discussed. For this 15 process, we have a 10 rise up object, delta objects. Okay, delta is nothing but, maybe currently they have a sales order printout, they have delivery printout, they have invoice printout, they have a credit memo printout, they have a debit memo printout. So this is called as a delta. Okay, so because this this kind of name, you should know that delta means this is already they are using. So we need to custom, we need to take a printouts, we need to design in SAP. Okay, so that now this gap analysis is nothing but, so what are all the interfaces, so what are all the enhancements, what are the workflows. So those things also you need to be noting down based on the fit to standard workshop, and there is a minutes of meeting. I told you there we identified 1 2 3 4 5. So this is pending with home. So this is the action points, this is the decision, this is the notes is nothing but discussion points. Okay, we can close it. So next what we will do, we will make it all the points whether it is open or whether it is closed, so that we have to track it. So this that is what the explore phase. So this explore this explore phase, what we'll do, whether you demonstrated fit to standard workshop, and you identified all the key points. So some of the points, it's a notes that is closed, some of the points is a action points, something whether the action will be the consultant has to be provided or whether the company, the client has to be provided. So this we already maintain, this we have to put it in the cloud ALM. Okay, so now there is a cloud ALM. So that we, it's like a normal Excel sheet report, we are going to put it. So under person Arun, so how many points are open? Okay, so this is daily basis minutes of meeting, it will be happening. Okay, anyhow, so this is the gap analysis. So gap analysis is nothing but the rise of objects. So how many forms, reports, interfaces, enhancement we are going to be, we collected from the during the F2S workshop, right? F2S means fit to standard. Okay, F2S workshop. So then there is a rise up objects, as I told you, module wise, like what all the forms, report, interfaces that we have to be identified. In that, what all the important rise? See, we collected 25, right? But we cannot develop all the 25. So they will say that out of 25, 15 is the high priority. Rest we will go for wave 2. Okay, wave 1 we will go for 15. Wave 2 we will go for 10. Rest of the 10 rises we will go there. So next we are going to discuss about the business blueprint. So this is one of the key, important points, one of the key deliverable document in our SAP. Okay. So because once the blueprint is get signed off, so then you are 50%, you succeeded in the project. Okay. So why I'm telling you blueprint is quite challenging, because you have to design the blueprint in such a way that, because you have to understand the client business process thoroughly. So client will talk, so many things, but you forget something, and those points if you missed out, then they will expect. So why you are not added those points in the blueprint? So then there is a blueprint review will be there, right? So there is a blueprint review will be there. So then they will catch hold. Okay, why these points you are not included? So then there is a, you have to keep, then you have to modify the blueprint. So then you have to amend the changes. So then again there is a second level, there is a review will be there. So like that, so some client they will say that only two reviews will be and I will be acceptable. So then they will say only three reviews. So like that, some they have, the client wise, company wise, they have a number of reviews for the BBP. Okay, so BBP is more important here. You are going to design the blueprint, you are going to add all the key points, you are going to get the sign off of the BPD, everything the same exposure. Like if you are joined an Accenture, IBM or TCS or Capgemini, so the how they are doing the same exposure, you are getting the same exposure here also. You are the person, you are a consultant here, you are only going to your, so we are not delivering the BBP on behalf of you, we are not getting the signature of the BBP on behalf of you. So here everything it will be working by you as a consultant. You are only delivering the blueprint, you are only getting the sign off also, sign off of the blueprint. So next there is a data migration approach. Data migration approach is nothing but uploading the master data. Okay, data migration, right? So we know master data. So every module we have material, we have a supplier master, we have a customer master, we have a we have a GL master, bill of material, work center, routing. So like that, FI said also we have a bank master, we have a GL master, we have a bank opening balance, GL opening balance, vendor opening balance, customer opening balance. So like that in EWM also we have all the master data, right? So bin master, everything. So so this is more important actually. So because during the cutover activities, okay, cutover activities means uploading the master data. So that phase actually, we need to design now, we need to plan our cutover plan. Okay, so the data migration, what are the master data we are going to be upload. So the how the template we have to be provided. So and everything has to be discussed now. Then authorized roles and authorization. Okay, roles and authorization, when it is required. Suppose authorized roles and authorization is nothing but, suppose I'm logged in on user ID password. Okay, I logged in on user ID. I am a SD consultant. So I am a SD consultant. If I'm trying to log in with the MM, creation of purchase order, so whether it is correct, I'm a SD related user. I'm creating the sales order delivery invoice. Okay, but now what happened? Purchase order creation app also they have assigned to me. So which means that is wrong. Correct. So the roles and authorization is nothing but every user. So they will create the roles and authorization in quality system for testing purpose, and they will and as a consultant, right? Every consultant you have to test it. You have to test how you will test it. You have to log into that ID and you have to check, okay, what are the apps are we assigned. So sales order related apps is working or not. So sometimes what will happen, the sales order app will not be working. It will say that the authorization is missing. Company code 100 is authorization is missing. So like that, we will be getting some authorization issue also. Okay, so as a consultant you have to log in with that ID. You have to test it. So you have to make sure that each and suppose you have a 20 users under your user in your department or in your SD module. So all the 20 user you have to log in. All the 20 user you have to test it, all the Fury apps and all the SAP user and GUI, everything's working fine or not. So finally, we have to, the finalize master data templates. So we have to finalize that. Okay. So still we have a time to upload, but make sure that your master data template for each and every master data, you have to, through the migration cockpit in SAP S/4HANA, we call it as migration cockpit or LTMC, right? LTMC is rolled out, but migration cockpit, there is a Fury apps. You can able to download the, app, download the template, then you can able to add the test data, then you can upload it. Okay, so this master data template we need to share to the client. Okay, so next, so we are going to the realization phase. Okay, realization phase, what we are going to do. So till now, what we have done. See, we are not doing anything on theoretical. So please keep keep it in your mind. Okay, so whatever we discussed, these are all the practical delivery of the project deliverables. Okay, so start from your scope documents. Scope document is one of the key deliverables. Then based on that, you are preparing the BPML. So based on the BPML, you are preparing the fit to standard workshop. Okay. So the fit to standard workshop, how it will happen. So let's say you have a 15 process. For you have we will allocate 15 days for you. For this 15 days, you have to demonstrating to the customer and what customer is communicating. So that everything you have to be noting down and you have to update it in a minutes of meeting. Okay. So based on that, we are going to prepare the business blueprint, right? Based on that only we have prepared the business blueprint. So now we are coming into configurations. So configurations, what are the required? So we need a blueprint has to be get signed off. Then we have a KDS, right? What is KDS? Key data structure. So talk about your organization structure. How many company code? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay. Under that, how many planned purchase organization, right? Purchasing group. Same thing like a sales organization, distribution channel, divisions, and everything. So and for example, then master data. So material type, let's say what are the material type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, raw material, semi-finished, finished, and steel material or pipe material or like that. You have to identify the list of material. Then BP, business partner, right? Customer master, vendor master, BP group, vendor group, and number ranges and everything you have to be maintained in the KDS. KDS is nothing but so what you are going to configure, right? What you are going to configure it. So that you have to put it in the Excel sheet, and that is also you have to demonstrate to the customer. These are all the KDS, these are all the document type, these are all the number ranges, these are all my pricing procedure, these are all my you know schema group, like that. So everything you have to get the sign off from the customer. Okay, next there is a show and tell session. Okay, show and tell is nothing but you are going to demonstrating to the business process, SAP business process, log in with SAP and showcase the process to customer. Okay, so this is we called as a show and tell session. So this exposure also you are going to be getting here. Okay, so because this exposure is nothing but during the interview you are going to talk about this. Yes, this phases I have logged in, I involved in preparation phase, I prepared in explore phase, I was done this activity. So this is until you are not delivered, until you are not delivered here. So how you can talk to the interviewer, right? So that is the reason. So all the deliverables will be done in the implementation project. So cutover plan. So we are going to discuss. So simultaneously configurations, everything is going on. So now we are discuss about the cutover plan, preliminary cutover plan. So it's nothing but in the pre-production, right? In the pre-production, how we are going to upload your master data, how many days we are going to upload. Okay, so the cutover is nothing but what the number of days, right? Suppose I have a 5 master data: material master, vendor master, info record, source list, or service master, or stock master, right? Is initial stock upload, or open purchase order, open sales order. Like that, we have so many open item, right? We call it as a master data and transaction data. So now how you are going to plan it? Simply you cannot upload every data in one shot, right? So material master day one. Okay, so how many? What is the volume of record approximately? So how many hours it will require? So same thing then, master data 2. Okay, vendor master, let's say for 7,000 record. So how many hours is required? So we have to design in such a way that so that we can upload all your master data. Okay, so that we can able to upload your all your master data in a proper way, right? So that is what we are discussing in a preliminary cutover plan. So next there is a unit testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing. Okay, that is everyone knows what is that unit testing, right? So unit testing is nothing. So now you have to prepare the test scripts. Okay, unit testing means you have to prepare the test scripts, right? How to prepare the test scripts? Already we have a BPML, right? What is BPML? So the high level of process, let's say for local purchase order, import purchase order, or subcontracting. For now, local purchase order, what are the step-by-step process? Purchase requisition, RFQ, quotation, comparison. Then we are going to convert into purchase order, then goods receipt, then invoice verification. This is one process, right? PR creation, RFQ quotation, comparison, PO, GR, and invoice verification. So this is for LPO. Same thing for import PO, same thing for subcontracting PO, service PO. Like that, we have to design the test scripts for each and every module. Okay. So not only for one module. So everybody, you have to design your test script based on the BPML. Second one is like a integration testing. Okay, what is integration testing? Integration testing is a cross module consultant, right? So what is cross module consultants? I'm going to manufacturing the fabrications. Okay, to whom you are going to manufacturing to the project. So there is a project. So project, there is a customer. So they need fabrications. So now the fabrication has to be manufactured in-house, and this fabrication has to produced, and it has to deliver to the project system. Then we are going to collect the money from uh, customer, correct? So now as per SAP, what all the modules are involving? So this is purely for make to order process, right? Make to order process, who will raise the order? So SD team, they are going to create confirmation of the customer, then they will create the sales order. So then what production team they will do? So they are going to execute the MRP. So they are going to plan the material. So they are going to procure the material. Procurement again comes under material management module. So after that material management they procure, then they will receive the material. Then they are going to issue the raw material to the production, maybe the steel or plate kind of material. They are going to issuing to the uh, production department, correct? So after that, what will happen? Finance for production department, they will confirm the order. After confirming the order, what they will do? So they will then sales team will come into the picture to dispatching the fabrication, right? So maybe how they are going to carry, and what kind of vehicle they are going to be used, and everything will be taken care by sales and distribution module. So now sales and distribution module, they are dispatching to the custom site, the project site, right? So after that, what will happen? So they will raise the invoice, right? So SD module, they will raise the invoice, then they will collect the money from the customer. So now accounts receivable and SD module will be integrated. Okay. So now you come to MM module. MM module, what happened? Already we procured, right? Based on the MRP, the purchase requisition is created, purchase order is created, and approvals also, release strategy approvals also happen, and GRN also done, goods receipt done. So based on the GRN, they already issued to production and everything. So they dispatched, finally they dispatched the material also. Now this material has to be, we have to make an invoice verification, right? Vendor invoice has to be booked. So after vendor invoice is booked, then we are going to pay the money to the vendor, correct? The steel, whatever the steel material, and everything based on the sizes, based on the sizes what they procured, we have to do the payment to the vendor. So now if you see the complete cycle of the process, this is one process I'm talking, right? So like that, so many processes are there. So we need to be identified as a consultant. Your module wise, you have to be identified. And then you have to prepare the test scripts also. Whatever the steps I told, that is a test scripts only, right? Sales order creation, MRP run, and planned order creation, production order creation, purchase requisition creation, purchase order creation, approval purchase order, goods receipt, goods issue to production order, confirmation of the production order, dispatching, delivery, invoice, so payment receipt, so vendor invoice booking. So this is all steps only. So we have to write down in a proper way in a test, test scripts. We have to as a cross module consultant, not one module, right? All the cross module consultant, not all the module. Whoever is applicable for this process, those module have to be executed. Okay, so that is nothing but cross module as a integration testing. Okay, what is user acceptance testing, UAT? This is, so now we done blueprints, we have done the fit to standard workshop, we have done the blueprint, we have done the configurations, we have done the unit testing, we have done the integration testing. So now there is a user acceptance testing. Okay, who will do the UAT? End user. Okay, end user will do the user acceptance testing. Okay, why they have to do? Because end user only they are going to do day-to-day business transaction in SAP system. So they have to confirm that all the business process, not all the process, their specific process, they have to test it, they have to log in. So before that you have to test it, their user ID and everything's working fine or not. So then they will log in, then they will do the user acceptance testing in the quality system. Okay, not a production system, quality system. So what they will do in the quality system, they have to log in and they have to uh, you know they will run, suppose they are creating the sales order. Okay, they will select document type and distribution channel, division, customer, material, everything they will create it. Okay, whether sales order can able to create it or not. Okay, so the sales order means so what specific process. Okay, I'm telling, let's say for intercompany sales. Okay, or whether it is a kind of consignment sales, like that. So once they completed and everything's working fine, is great. If there is some issues coming, some authorization issue may become, or maybe there is a kind of error may become. So this is, as a consultant, you have to noting down, you have to make sure that all the error has to be rectified. Okay, anyway, so this is the way we have to complete the UAT. So that exposure also you'll be getting here. So here you, as a consultant, you are going to give a training to that user. We will allocate the person, you have to give a training, and you have to make them to execute the process. Okay, that kind, the same way how the the industry, the MNC company, they follow the same methodology, we are also following. We will provide you the user, you have to give a training to them, and you have to guide them how to execute the process. Okay, in such a way that the user acceptance testing is going to be completed. Okay, then there is a milestone completed. Okay, then this is phase by phase completion activities. So next there is a deployment phase. Okay, what is deployment phase? So deployment phase, we are going to upload the master data, right? So we are already we discussed, so there is a cutover activities, right? So we are going to upload your master data. There are two different system now. So development one system. Under the development, there are three different clients. Okay. So what is three different clients? One is for golden development, for functional, and second one for golden development technical, and third one for the unit testing. Okay. So that is for unit testing. So now for quality server, there is a two different client. One is for user acceptance testing client. Another one is for integration testing. Okay. Fine. So now we are going to upload the master data. Okay, what we are going to upload? So already we discussed, already we shared the master data template already, so now client also share the master data to you. So module wise you have to upload it using migration cockpit, okay. So this you will get the exposure also in the project, how you can able to download the template, how you can able to add the data, then you can upload the data using migration cockpit. So this is, even if you're telling in interviewer, I uploaded this, all the master data I uploaded, so definitely you will get the exposure, right? So they will appreciate you. Oh, you are really worked in the implementation projects. Okay, so these are all, even project people who, who have 3 years 4 years people, they don't have this kind of exposure. So if you are working in this project and you are working in this cutover activities and you will get this kind of exposure, you alone you are going to upload the master data. So the using migration cockpit. What is the tool name? Migration cockpit. So LTMC 2020 version it stopped. So okay, so after 2021, 2022, 3, 4, 5, so everything. So it's a migration cockpit only, right? Anyway, so this training also will be provided, and you can able to upload the master data plus transaction data. So now run phases. Okay. So now run phase, what we will do? So we are going to already we have now we are in a go live and support, right? So the configuration testings, everything is completed. So now we are going doing live. So now we are going to maybe there is a hypercare support will be there, maybe 1 month hypercare or 3 months or 6 months. So based on the client, maybe the agreement between company and the client, right? So somebody they will say no, only 1 month hypercare. So in this case, all the implementation consulting team, so you have they will be working in the client side on site. So whatever the issues come, they have to respond in within the as per the ticketing, right? Maybe one, if it is high priority within a day, or if it is medium, maybe 5 days, or if it is low, maybe 10 days, 15 days. So based on the you have to work on that, right? So next, what are the documents you have to deliver to client? Okay, so you have to deliver, all the document like start from the FITO standard, then business blueprint you have to deliver to the client, then you have unit testing, you have integration testing document, user accepting. So and then we have a user manual document. So then configuration document, each and every module you have to prepare the configuration document. So that is also you have to deliver to the client. Okay. So I think, yeah, so this is what we are going to be delivering the implementation project. So that is I prepared in the on Excel sheet also here. Okay, same thing like a discover phase, preparation phase, right? So this is what I have put it in the PowerPoint presentations and I have explained here. So yeah, I done the presentations. So if anybody have any doubts, right? So maybe we discussed more. We talk about rise up objects, we talk about blueprint, we talk about cutover activities. So if you have any doubts, anything, so please you can tell me, one by one you can just raise. So we will discuss on that. Yes.
So, hi, as you said in the initial discussion, you have in-house team is there to provide the guidance to us. Do you have all the people, all the modules, members like PPFM, PPFI, MM, QM, like that?
Yeah, yeah. So we have, that's what I told. So we have all module. The project will be with all the module. Even we have a consultant also. So they will, even project managers, and we have a consultant. So, for every project, so they will help you and regarding the project deliverables.
Okay, and going forward, you are going to teach here or anybody else
See, we have four project
as part
managers.
of
Yeah,
daily?
we have a four project managers. So I'm also one of the project manager. So based on the project, they will allocate actually. Okay.
Okay.
So no need to worry about that. So if you have, so we have a rotational basis, we will be working. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody have any
Hello?
other? Yeah, please.
Yes. Is this ongoing project now, or you have just recorded sessions for each project? Means it will be live project, no?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I told. No, so everything we provide the scope document from based on the client requirements. Okay, so based on that, you have to prepare the blueprint. Based on that, you have to do the KDS configurations, everything. It's a live project documents. Yeah.
Okay. And as a consultant, we are going to work in this project. No? Means only means is there any chance means to for us to work, or uh, the consultant from your side they are going to implement and just we have to
No, no,
uh,
no, no. it's not like that. Consultant will no. See here, that's what I'm telling. They will be working backup. Okay, back end. So you will be working in a consultant front end. You will be working there. Okay, what they are going to do? Suppose you need how to prepare the fit to standard workshop document. So they will guide you. Okay, then you are going to presenting and you are going to prepare the MOM, minutes of meeting and everything. So wherever you need any doubt, wherever you need any assistance, so consultant will come and help you. You got it right?
Okay, okay, I got it. And what will be time and duration means for the complete project? What will be
So this is for
duration?
2 months project. Completely it will take 2 months. You will get the end-to-end cycle, whatever we discussed based on the activate methodology. So phase by phase with all the deliverable till go live and support, it will take 60 days projects.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank you.
Yeah.